Welcome, my cats making cute faces in the mirror. It's SJB here, and Ninja Kiwi has just decided to drop update 50 at nearly midnight for me, so we're going to be making a quiet. We're going to be quiet today, very quiet while making this video, because I've got a baby in the other room that I cannot wake up. Any which way, update 50 is going to involve a couple cool things. We've got the cool new Ice Hero, we've got the new intermediate map, we've got Powers Pro, and balance changes, which we're going to go over mostly today. Obviously, if you guys have not seen Silas yet, it's kind of like an Isadora, and I think it is worth the $5,000. It makes ice towers just so much better, and you can get a 4th, 5th tier tower, which is kind of cool. I don't want to say Powers Pro are a good addition to the game, because I don't really like to use powers. Like, I personally, I'm like, as you can tell, I have a lot of powers here that I have earned or bought over time and have never used. So, that's okay. They might be useful for some people. And that being said, there are some cool things you need to know. First of all, you need to unlock them by getting experience by playing with them in regular games. So whether that's the Super Monkey Storm that you play with or the Banana Farmer Pro, you need both of those guys to unlock these next Pro versions. Eventually, they're going to unlock more Pro versions of other towers, but for now, this is what they're giving us. Interestingly, they've got the upgrade section over here. So if you go to the upgrades, there's things you can buy with in-game money. So this means you have to place the regular Banana Farmer, and then if you want to do anything pro-wise, you basically upgrade with in-game money. And this is really cool. You can get to tier 2 stuff for a lot of money, and tier 3 stuff where things get really expensive, $5,000 to get these upgrades, man. That's crazy. Of course, there are a few general game changes, event changes, map-specific changes, legends changes, and tower fixes, which, of course, things get broken over time. But today, we're focusing on the balance changes. So first of all, we've got the Crossbow Monkey, so the 003, specifically just the 3rd tier. The Pierce has been increased from 3 to 4. If you do get the top path here, it's going to go from 9 to 12. Which kind of makes sense. A little more Pierce for buying this guy, you know, ramping it up from what it was before. But once you get to a 5th tier, it remains unchanged. I usually try to stay away from talking about paragons too much because I feel like they're sort of niche. Not that many people really care about them. But in general, it looks like this guy got a pretty big buff, I think. Nova attack projectile increased from 6 to 8. Projectile lifespan reduced from 42 to 35. But I don't think that matters too much. Nova projectile lifespan reduced from 24 to 18, but Tactular Eruption ability lifespan bonus increased from 200 to 250%. So, basically, you're just constantly using this ability, and it'll probably do pretty good for you, but it's still one of the worst paragons in my opinion. Did you know there's actually 2 different ways to get to my creator support code? You can go to the settings section, or you can go to the shop and hit creator support. Holy crap. Blew my mind. Okay, so Absolute Zero got nerfed, but it kind of makes sense why it got nerfed. If you combine Silas with Absolute Zero, it gets frickin' ridiculous. It's a minor nerf, though, from 0.75 seconds on the duration to 0.6 seconds, and for the ability cooldown, it's 20 to 25 seconds, so already ridiculously short. If we actually speed this up as well, 20 to 25 seconds just seems fair. Alright, Desperado is getting, I don't want to even call it a rework, but he's got a lot of changes here. Alright, right from the get-go, the quick draw is reduced by $50, so right there you're going to get something. Standoff doesn't have any direct changes, but it affects the big iron. So Standoff is basically attacks faster when fewer balloons are in range. It was at 60% for the big iron upgrade. Now we're going to get 120% bonus. So you definitely want to have less balloons in range. Like, you actually do want to have very few balloons in range when you have the big iron going. Then the Twin Six's damage has been increased. Oh, and the loss per balloon increased from 0.15 to 0.3, though. So it means that it matters more that there's less balloons, just overall. Even though the upgrade's going to be better, it's going to matter more. All right, and then the Twin Six's damage is going to go from 5 to 6, so a small change there. But, you know, when you're fighting some big balloons in here, it can really matter. The price reduced also from $5,800 down to $4,800, so a full $1,000 decrease here. Then when we get up to the 5th tier, they buffed the crap out of him. Alright, I don't want to say crap, but they buffed him. Area of effect Pierce from 5 to 8. So I don't know if you guys have seen this guy in action, but a lot of people thought of him as the weakest 5th tier of them all, I think. I didn't mind him at all. I thought he was totally fine, but not exactly like the best 5th tier ever or anything. He was like fair for what he was. Any which way, he has been, his area of effect pierce increased from 5 to 8. So if you're into area of effect damage at all, great. Area of effect radius increased from 6 to 12, and damage over time increased from 50 to 75. So all good things. Gonna get more damage out of Desperado without having to do anything with him right there. Middle path got some changes here, and let me tell you, they are all buffs. It's ridiculous, because when I was playing with Desperado, I thought the middle path was actually my favorite path overall. I loved the Golden Justice. I loved the Bounty Hunters. You had to spam them pretty well and use their abilities pretty frequently, but when you did that, he was great. Like, really, really, really great. This fan is pretty good too, though. Any which way, we got some buffs here. So first of all, the Bullseye reduced from 500 to 350, making him a fairly easy thing to get in the early game. The 3rd tier Rifle Pierce increased from 3 to 4. So nothing crazy there, but that's going to matter a little bit, you know. It's a somewhat slow shooter, so fair enough. Bounty Hunter price reduction of $1,500 for this guy. Spam him, bro. Spam him. I cannot believe that they wanted to do this. I really can't. Like, it's kind of blowing my mind right now. In addition, the pistol damage increased from 12 to 16. That's the pistol damage, by the way, not the rifle damage. So you can see that the pistol range is right here, rifle range is right here. So anything in the tiny range here, damage is going to be increased a little bit. Not sure if you're going to want that. I assume you're going to want the sniper, but I haven't really messed around with that too much. And then when you get to the 5th tier, we got crazy changes, man. First of all, the rifle damage increased from 210 to 280. So technically against the big balloons, it really doesn't matter too much. Like, you're not really sniping these guys down to nothing, but this is not bad damage, even for a reasonable, like a pretty expensive 5th tier, man. I mean, we're killing like bad balloons with this guy, which is just insane. Anyways, the rifle fort bonus increased from 210 to 280 as well. The passive balloon mark rate reduced from 9 to 3. Now, this was the thing that was the most impressive to me, because normally to mark the things, you got to mark them specifically with the ability. But he also has passive marks that are going on, which are allowing us to do more damage as well. You can see we're killing multiple bad balloons. We're not killing all the balloons on the inside, but just killing bad balloons in general. The 5th tier guy is just kind of insane to me. Like, what? Ridiculous. And then the Golden Just pistol applies bounty mark to the main target hit. So the pistol specifically will do that. So maybe you do want to activate that pistol a little more often. Okay, I could be down for that. And the pistol area pierce increased from 5 to 8. So all buffs, buff, magical buffs across the board here. So this is kind of like a normal Ninja Kiwi thing to do, where they're like, oh, we stacked the 5th tiers too big, and now we have to knock them down a little bit. But then if we make that too bad, then all the lower tiers are kind of worthless. So what do? We make the 3rd tiers better, and then we make the 5th tiers the same or worse, right? So that's what they're kind of doing with this guy. So I'm just going to go through really. It's a lot of percentages here. The Wanderer max rate bonus increased from 30 to 45. So again, just it doesn't seem like a big change, but technically it's significant. Wanderer bonus loss per tower increased from 10 to 15. So again, it's one of those things where it's going to matter more what it's doing. So you don't want to put more towers in range if possible. Okay. When you get to the 2nd tier, the max rate buff increased from 25 to 50. So going to make it better even more. No matter rate buff per balloon increased from 1 to 2%. So you want to have a lot of balloons in your range. Okay. You're going to get a lot of speed increase here. Shotgun attack increased, cooldown increased from 1.6 to 1.7, so that's the nerf, alright? We're shooting slower. Alright, the Avenger pistol damage increased from 12 to 18, though, so get the pistol action going. You're probably going to actually enjoy it. And then the Desert Phantom here. I don't know what you guys thought about him, but I thought he was pretty good. Like, it was a little bit difficult to get him, like, perfect, because you can't have anything in range, gotta have a lot of balloons in range. Like, it's kind of difficult to get perfect. If you just throw him in kind of the front of the map, he was pretty amazing. But the pistol damage increased from 20 to 50, so a pretty significant change there. And ceramic bonus increased from 20 to 50. So I assume that just means that we're unstoppable against ceramics, but I don't know. Like, sometimes it seems like a lot until you have to deal with around 98 super ceramics. You're like, oh, I screwed up. No, looks like we sniped these guys pretty easily. So yeah, I think he's going to be really, really good. Okay, I don't know why, but Ninja Kiwi just cannot seem to get the Sniper Monkey right. They've been messing around with this thing for a long time. There's a couple towers that they just like buff, then nerf, then buff, then nerf, and then change, and then buff and nerf, and they just can't get it right. Or maybe they enjoy just changing it to make the game feel fresh and new. I'm not sure. But the Cripple Moab is going to be one of those towers that they buffed and nerfed quite a bit lately, and they are finally changing it to be better. So the Shrapnel Pierce increased from 3 to 6. Shrapnel Lifespan Distance increased from 32 to 80. So, I mean, that is a big change there. Again, doubling the range increase there, which it doesn't seem like it matters much, but it's going to explode out and hit other balloons more frequently. Shrapnel Projectile Speed increased from 160 to 320, so it's basically never going to miss now as well. And that's it for this guy. So nothing crazy, but again, just buff, buff, buff. When we get to the 5th tier middle path, this is kind of interesting, because a lot of other towers have been buffed in the recent days, and that means that this mediumly lowish price sniper is still going to get a buff. The elite sniper is going to get another price reduction from $14,000 to $12,000. That is a cheap 5th tier right there. In addition, we've got the bottom path. So the semi-automatic rifle price reduction of $2,900 to $2,700. Minuscule, but whatever. But the elite defender just takes it back up. So kind of making the 3rd tier better, making the 5th tier the same. Fair enough. Okay, this is interesting. I don't know how this is going to math out, but the sellback bonus of a single favored trade, so I can't even actually build this guy, but a favored trades, when you sell something in range, it gives you more of your money back. The bonus has been reduced from 0.1 to 0.04. So that's less than 2.5 times as bad. Alright, but you can stack it now 3 times to get up to 1.2 times of that sellback instead of 0.1. Or no, 0.12? Yeah, 0.12 instead of 0.10. And that means we can get more if we're willing to stack 3 favored trades. So a lot more money invested, but you could get more back. I don't know if that matters, but it's a thing. Sometimes these weird little changes, you're like, what does that have to do with anything? Some people do ridiculous things where they like get favored trades with weird middle path, IMF loan, selling, buying boat things. They make a bunch of money really fast in weird ways that are just like not supposed to happen, but people make it happen anyways, and it gets absurd. Anyways, that should be gone now, I think, or like harder to do properly, but still possible to do in the late game. So, right, next up we've got a Monkey Ace change here that's kind of blowing my mind a little bit. I'm not sure if it's going to actually matter, but if if you can make this this is kind of ridiculous actually. So, Spy Plane used to give +1 damage. +1, it's like, okay, 1 to 2, but like 7 to 8, like not a big deal. But now it's ×2. So if you had 8 damage, now it's 16 damage. If you had 30, now it's 60. If you had 1, it's 2. So like early game, a lot of these regular darts, just 1, not going to matter much. Anyways, I want to test this out. I want to send out a bunch of camo, let's do non-reinforced ceramics, and I just want to see, is this one doubling this one? So this one is the Spy Plane, which means it has the automatic camo detection. This one has been given camo detection, but is not. I gave Spy Plane. Oh, okay, I think we got it set up properly. So unless something weird is going on with the positioning, it should math out. Anyways, we got 16 for the camo Spy Plane, and only 10. So it did not quite double, but I think that probably is pretty accurate. That's at least 70% more there. Alright, this could change how you want to play the Spy Plane and the Monkey Ace. You might really need it for DDT popping power. Stupid, but if you do need to use the Special Operations ability or Door Gunner thing, you can use it in between a round now. So, yeah, have fun with that. Oh, this could change. This could literally change the game. Alright, there might be a situation where a mortar start is possible. A chimps with only 1 mortar might be possible now. I kind of want to test that out. Maybe not 1 mortar, but maybe even a 2 mortar chimps, 2 tower. Oh my god, 2 TC. double mortar strategy. That would just sounds insane. Because you can do a chimp start with a mortar now because it costs less than 650. Sigma Flare increase though, just a small amount from 900 to 1,000. You know, it's funny, Ninja Q was like, we don't have that much time to do the balance changes this time. Does that mean that they just like willy-nilly threw crap together? Because there's a lot of changes here. So we've got the Superstorm now. Oh, that's the wrong upgrade. Not what I meant to do. I meant to do the Superstorm. The Monarch of Storms. Superstorm Epicness reinforced by renaming to a Monarch of Storms. The Monarch of Storms projectiles bounce off of map borders. So, kind of want to see this in action. Let's see if we can do this like this. Monarch of Storms, put them on last. Oh, they do! Look at that! Just, even the tornadoes just bounce right off. Okay, but, if you're noticing something, we are not sending Oh My Gods backwards. Oh, Monarch of Storms can hit bad balloons to deal damage. The storm projectile distance increased from 150 to 450, and the lightning attack damage increased from 10 to 30. But we are not sending Oh My Gods backwards that I can tell. Maybe it's just because there's too many. Okay, maybe we just need to do one Oh My God. Can we send the one Oh My God backwards? We cannot. Oh, it can. Oh, thank God. I was gonna say, what are they doing, man? What are they smoking? This is a terrible tower now. Rework terrible. No. It still does what it's supposed to do, and just adds a bunch of weird stuff here. Talk about lag, though, man. I could just imagine the lag in the late game here. Okay, interestingly, Trident Pierce increased from 2 to 3 on the 0-1, and on the 0-4 Symphonic Resonance Trance Pierce has been increased from 4 to 8. I don't really know that much about the Mermonkey, so I don't really want to give my opinion on this yet, but I think sounds good. Ninja Kiwi hates Permaspike. I think they wish that Permaspike did not exist. They're technically, they did a lot of changes to it, man. Range 42, cooldown. I don't think they actually changed anything. I think they're just messing with me. So yeah, Permaspike is Permaspike. Projectile age set to 300 seconds. So you get 5 minutes off of a Permaspike thingamajig. That's a long time, obviously, but it's not forever. So it is what it is. Dang, I mean, I thought this was cool. But the overclock range has been reduced. So I don't know if you noticed, but if you put range on a village, or overclock on a village, it'll give it 25% range, reduced to now only 10%. So I don't know, it was probably pretty good if you were like doing some sort of banana farm mega play or something like that, but are people really doing that all out? I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna skip the Beast Handler for today just because I'm just not. I hate him. I just don't like him. I don't know what it is about him. I just cannot play with him. He annoys me as a tower. Like, there's so many better things that could have existed, and then the Beast Handler exists, so yeah. Get out of here. There are a lot of hero balance changes. I am not going to go over them today, though. I shouldn't even say a lot. There's only 4. So, I'm not going to go over them, though. They're pretty basic and not that game-changing. Alright, just to give you guys a quick update on what Ninja Kiwi is planning for the future. So this is kind of one of those things where, like, you can't expect everything. But for update 51, they specifically want to focus on the bomb paragon. I could not get that name right. The bomb paragon. So, we don't know what's going to be called yet. But I don't know. I feel like normally I kind of expect to know what a paragon's going to do, but I don't really think you can combine these two things together and make it make sense that well. And Bomb Blitz in addition, just, they don't really work well together. Just a giant explosion that does a lot of stuff, right? That's kind of all I feel like it's going to do. Maybe with some sort of weird ability, something that can kill a bad balloon pretty instantaneously, sure. With fast cooldown, okay, fair enough. Yeah. Anyways, sorry that we're running late today. This was a long balance change video on what should have been somewhat short balance changes. Maybe I ranted too long. I'm not sure. Anyways, if you guys want to, you guys can really hook me up, man. Use my creator support code. It's SJB. Especially if you plan on buying Silas or something like that. It'd be really, really appreciative. I would be really, really appreciative. And it's really, really late. And I should not be up right now. But I am. I am up. And I am making this video for you. So if you want to support me, that would be excellent. Any which way, thank you so much, and have a super duper delicious day.